If you guys have been with me for the past 2 or so 3 months, you guys would know that I play horror games on my channel. And yeah, I am a little bitch, okay? But there's just something fun about being scared, you know? But not when you're alone. When you're alone, it's but when you're with friends, it is all more fun. That's why in this video, all of us, we're gonna react to a couple of scary animations, all right? So, with that being said, let's just get into it. So guys, as you can see here, Wansee Entertainment has posted 2 animations in the past day or so. So we're gonna be reacting to these 2, and depending on how long this recording is, we may react to another one at the end of the video. So, guys, let's get into it. I just realized that my freaking light wasn't on this entire time, so that intro probably looked like booty cheese. I'm so sorry, guys. What was that? I'm gonna be completely real with y'all. I'm not gonna do the intro again because it may look awful, but you know what? We're not perfect, all right? No one's perfect, so let's just get into it. Ugh.
Have you ever been so overwhelmed by fear that you were frozen and you couldn't even move your fingertips?
Ooh.
Without blinking, without moving your mouth, without talking, and without taking your feet off the floor. Have you ever had such an awful experience that all you could do is shiver, helplessly, frozen in place? I have.
Not yet.
And that story is what I'm going to talk about from now on. When I was 11, one day I was playing in the woods with my friends until nightfall. I told them I had to go home quickly, and I left them in case my mom would scold me for being out too late.
Yeah.
After leaving the woods, and I was on the way home, something seemed strange.
Dude, who goes to the woods at night?
There was no sound of insects or animals crying at all. In the silence, I got goosebumps and looked around slowly. However, then a faint sound came.
I know exactly what he means. There is nothing more scarier than silence itself. Silence, it may be nothing, but that's exactly what's so scary about it. When you hear no animals, no birds chirping, no crickets, no nothing, and you're outside, shoot, I'd be scared shitless, guys. Silence is scary. Also, when you hear silence, that's how you know you're about to get jump scared by something, at least in horror movies.
In the silence, I got goosebumps and looked around slowly. However, then a faint sound came from the forest. At first I thought it was an animal cry, but the sound grew instantly. No, the sound didn't get louder. The sound was coming at me.
Oh god.
And it was getting closer at a terrific speed.
Oh god.
No animal could have moved so quickly. When I thought about that, I instantly got goosebumps. At that moment, in the dark, I saw something approaching like an afterimage.
Oh my goodness.
And at the time, I faced a scene that I would never see again in my life. A creature with multiple limbs was crawling to me at a terrific speed.
What the
At first, I thought it was a person crawling, but it was an unbelievable speed, and it came before me in the blink of an eye. When I looked more closely, it looked like a spider. It was blue and about 3 feet tall.
What?
And it had several grape-like eyes.
This is not based on a true story, isn't it?
Fortunately, it didn't attack me immediately. It only hovered around. It was moving around in front of my nose, and the mouth seemed to be chewing something at a terrific speed. I heard the sound of chewing bones and a bizarre voice.
Oh.
I couldn't even breathe properly because I was so terrified. Some of you may ask why I didn't run away, but it was so fast that I couldn't dare to run. All I could do was stay still, as if I were dead.
No, see, if you run away, that thing is gonna chase you. Just like any dogs, if dogs sense any sort of fear and you run, they're gonna chase you. Don't run away. I would just stay there, like, just... What is wrong with me? I'm such an idiot.
The closer the presence of it was, the colder it became, quickly. I could feel the chill from the creature, which was so cold that it couldn't be considered a living thing. As if there was a lump of ice in front of me, I felt like I was going to cough in the cold air, so I suppressed it all the way.
Ooh.
It moved back and forth in front of me for a while, and it seemed like it was thinking whether to eat me or not. I couldn't even move a muscle, and I had to stand there and shiver with endless fear. Do you know that feeling? At the moment I move, that the living thing is about to attack me. No one will ever know the feeling of what I'm talking about. In that state, I couldn't move my hands, even though my nose felt itchy, and I couldn't turn my body, even though my legs hurt. I breathed very quietly because I was afraid. Even the sound of breathing would be heard by him, and I felt like I was gradually running out of oxygen. That is how I stood in an immovable position for an awfully long time.
What the? What is
he?
He
circled around me dozens of times.
Why is he orbiting him?
Slowly started to move away from me, little by little. I still didn't move when it was about 100 meters away, because it seemed like the moment I moved, it would run instantly and tear me apart and chew me up.
I know it would.
After a long time,
I would do the exact same thing.
The thing disappeared into the forest and I could move again.
Dude, that relief.
As soon as I took a step forward, I fell to the ground, feeling great pain and cramping in my leg muscles.
Oh my god.
I pretty much crawled on my hands and feet, and I eventually managed to get home. When my mom saw my blue lips and that my whole body was wet with sweat, she asked what was going on. I talked to her about it, but she didn't believe it. Then I saw the clock, and surprisingly, I realized that when I met that thing, that I stood still like a rock for an hour.
Damn! An hour?
I suffered from awful body aches. My fever went up to 104 degrees, and the village doctor came and treated me. Fortunately, I survived, and I told the doctor about seeing it, but he said, "That is truly strange. There was one other kid who said he saw what you talked about before. But the child went missing a while later, and he's still missing."
Oh no.
His facial expression hardened. Fortunately for me, I haven't seen it since that day, but I felt like I could find out the cause of what had happened in my town in the meantime. Dogs and livestock that were raised went missing. Neighborhood people also went missing in the woods. The police determined that they were eaten by wild animals, but, well, I don't think so.
No.
Sadly, I don't think there were many people who properly judged the situation.
The sapphire spider monster ate them.
Everyone would have ran away the moment that they saw it, and they wouldn't have known it was a wrong judgment. They wouldn't have known it was impossible to run away from it originally. After that incident, my family moved, and I don't know what happened to the mysterious thing. And what it was, I still don't know.
No, we don't know.
I still remember it freshly. The fear of that day.
Something from Uranus.
The fear of death that I felt when it constantly circled around me and breathed chills.
Look at that thing!
Even now when I think about it, my heart feels like it's going to stop. If at the time I couldn't hold my cough, I probably wouldn't be here right now.
Yeah. Hey, give it up to a freaking kid who can hold his composure for a whole hour. Imagine that. Imagine being that scared, that shivered, to also first, you give yourself a 104 fever and you're sick for like God knows how long, that you almost died. Secondly, you stand there for an hour trying to hold back any emotions you have except for shivering like... Just imagine that. This is obviously not a freaking true story, obviously, but Jesus Christ. I know Wansee is obviously known for his scary animations, and he never misses. So, and this literally came out a day ago. So, Wansee, you are... Give it to you that. All right, next we're going to be reacting to a psycho woman, and this was literally posted like 5 hours ago. So let's get into it.
My name is Leah, and this is a story of how my dad saw a psycho woman on the road at night. My dad was the type of dad who liked to go out a lot, but that doesn't mean that he didn't spend time with us after his shifts. He would hang out with friends a lot,
what a go-to dad.
Which we didn't really mind because he would spend the full day with us on his days off. Also, our family was pretty big with our grandparents living with us, so we didn't feel lonely. Anyways, back to the story. One time, his friend, who lived pretty far away, was gone for almost a year visiting his parents. So of course, when he was back, my dad wanted to visit him. My dad asked my mom if he could see him, but she was a bit hesitant. But this wasn't unusual for my dad, so she let him go. My dad soon went out, and it was getting pretty late, around 12 p.m., and my dad wanted to go, but his friend kept nagging him to stay a bit longer. So my dad agreed once it was 1 a.m., my dad would finally go. At 1 a.m., he left, and while on the way, he had to cross a road that was almost empty with no sidewalks, stores, or houses. It was just a straight road with a bunch of land on the side. While him and some other cars were driving, he noticed a girl in a dress on the side of the road, waving her hand like she wanted a taxi. My dad looked around. My dad's car looked nothing like a taxi. It was a gray
That's the female
Jeep.
Version of the Grim Reaper, don't do it.
He slowed down a bit to get a better look. Then suddenly, the girl jumped in front of my dad's car. Her face became more clear. Her eyes were red, and her mouth was open wide to reveal her rotten teeth.
God.
She seemed like she hadn't showered in weeks, and her face was covered in blood.
Push the throttle full thrust!
Was a sharp knife. While my dad was in shock,
I would step on
the
it.
girl jumped on my dad's car and started banging on the glass while screaming like a psycho. My dad quickly stepped on the pedal and drove off.
Yes!
Sometime later, I saw on the news that people were being harassed by a crazy psycho girl that ran away from a clinic.
Oh my god.
Apparently, she managed to kill 2 people. Sadly, they weren't fast enough to drive off. She broke their windshield and stabbed them multiple times. She was caught and sent back to the clinic. God knows what would have happened.
The clinic? The clinic? Sucker, you need to go to prison for eternity.
My name is Yasmin, and I would like to share my story with you. This happened to me about last year around Halloween. I live in the Cotswolds, so there was a lot of dense woodland areas, and I'm just a teenager trying to look for adventure. It was a few days before Halloween, so me and my friends decided to decorate our old barn for a Halloween party. I brought my boyfriend Ryder and best friend Charlotte. It was a 30-minute walk to the barn.
I'm sorry, interrupt. I know this is an animation. These are like just cartoon characters, but why is everyone so handsome? These animated characters are handsome.
The time was around 10 or 11 when we got there, and while we were decorating the barn, we heard a big knock and scratching. At first, we thought it was just an animal, so we tried to ignore it, but the noises got louder and louder. We all just froze for what felt like 5 minutes. The thing started laughing in a squeaky noise. We all planned to bolt out of the barn.
Well, how would I get out?
We counted to 3 and screamed while we ran out of the barn. I felt like I was going to die that day. As we were running out, I took a glimpse behind, and there was a clown. It looked just like Pennywise. It was carrying an axe and a bat. He saw me looking and chased us. Ryder had run far ahead of us, and still to this day, I don't know why.
Really, Ryder? You're supposed to be the gentleman. We are men. Let the ladies go first, no matter how scared you are. That's your girlfriend, and her friend is with her. No matter how fast you are, these are ladies, women, and they're scared just like you, but you have to show that manly side. Doesn't matter how, you may be just as scared as they are. You may even be scareder. However, if it was me, I would have anyone, whether it's a woman or man or anything, everyone would go ahead of me because I'm just that kind of person, and I always put others ahead of me. Hey, literally ahead of me.
Charlotte did this, but she pushed me to the ground and I collapsed.
What?
All I remember is the clown's face right against mine and being hit by something. I woke up in the hospital and I found out that Ryder ran back and called the police. What scares me the most is that on Halloween night, that same costume was worn by Charlotte's brother. I don't talk to her anymore, and I haven't since the incident. I just graduated.
So it was a sick prank,
I'm hoping to move to America.
Wow, look at her
Ryder.
freaking face.
I hope I never see Charlotte.
Look at her face. I just want to freaking
again.
Screw Charlotte. They should have just named this animation Screw Charlotte. Fuck her, man. What an asshole. Like, what is this, some sick prank? No, not with clowns. Crazy? Alright guys, that's gonna be the end of this video. I know this video isn't that long. I reacted to 3 animations, well actually 2 animations, but there was kind of like 2 scary animations in the second one, as you can see there. Wansee Entertainment, you are doing awesome. I didn't even know you were still making scary content, but you're still at it, bro. Like, that's a lot of work, guys. Like, I'm like, I don't know how much he posts in a day, but that's so much work. But yeah, I'm sorry if this video isn't that long. I really had to record something before my week started. I've been super busy with VO, and I'm gonna get to you guys about the VO thing later. But yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. So yeah, Future J here. I don't know if you guys remember, but I posted 2 videos about my character that I voiced in this project called the Not So Secret Academy. One of the videos was me playing Dead by Daylight with my director, Thomas Hall. And the other video was way back when I played Fall Guys, and I kind of put my character in the game. Not in the game, but I like use his voice, you know. His name is Brian. So guys, the Not So Secret Academy Volume 1 is out now. I'm gonna put the link in the descriptions below. Guys, Volume 1 is so... Thomas did an amazing job. I want you guys, please, just check it out. I voiced the main character, Brian, and there's so much talented people, so many good actors, so much talent, so much good performances in there, and I feel like I don't even belong in here because I feel like they're all way better than I am, and for some reason I somehow got the lead character, so it's just a blessing in a cup. So yeah, guys, please check it out in the description below. Support my director and all of my castmates, which are also my friends. And yeah, Volume 2 will be coming out soon, so stay in tune for that, guys. And yeah, it's been super awesome being a part of it. I literally cannot wait for you all guys to hear the future volumes and what may be next after the Not So Secret Academy. So yeah, check the link in the description below, and thank you guys so much. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe if you want. I'm not gonna force you to do anything. I'm not trying to force you. You can do it. It's optional. It's free too, but it's also optional. So yeah, I love you guys 2000. Stay blue. I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya!